Here is meteorologist Stephen Jones.
Well, taking a look yesterday, if you were around town, you definitely noticed some of that hail coming down, at least nickel to quarter size and even up to baseball-sized hail. Some are coming down near Cristobal off towards the south, so plenty of severe weather going on around the Concho Valley. Just look at it coming down. We heard it here at the station as well. Hopefully, most of the cars were avoiding that, and of course, looking at our live cam today from downtown San Angelo, you can see mostly sunny skies so far going on today. That's what's fueling all those 90s we've been seeing around the area. And of course, looking off towards the east as well, just some beautiful skies out there, likely to change as we go through the next few hours. We'll see that on the Futurecast in just a moment. But you can see the temperatures really fueling. They're in Ozona, 92 degrees, 81 the cool spot over in Brady, so a good 11 degrees across the area, coming in at 82 here in town as well. And as we look at the dew points, plenty of moisture for those storms to work with. Once again, dew points into the 60s and 50s as well down towards Ozona, 65 here in town. Relative humidity indices anywhere from those 40s to 50s and just around 30% there in Ozona, but likely going to come up as we see those storms working in. And that's really being fueled by all this energy we're seeing in the upper levels. Going to continue for the next few days, but luckily by Friday into Saturday, look at how this upper level ridge really starts to build in from the west. That's going to start to dominate our weather pattern just a little bit more. We'll see if we can get this little bit of energy in here, but that might not quite work out. We'll see how the models exactly shape up, but either way, this weekend going to start to dry out just a little bit and we'll warm up as well, pushing into those 90s again by the time we're heading into June by Sunday. For today's severe weather outlook, really targeting areas of the south as well as here in the Lone Star State with that level 2 out of 5 risk coming right through from Junction to San Angelo, Sterling City, all of us to the southwest as well. Going to be included in that level 2 out of 5, but could be strong to severe storms as well for our eastern counties with that level 1 out of 5 risk. So hail and high winds once again going to be the main threats, but we did have a tornado warning yesterday, and we could see an isolated tornado try to spin up once again. We're going to be watching for that pretty closely. For tomorrow, starts to slim down just a little bit with that level 2 out of 5 risk from the Big Bend into New Mexico. We'll see if they try to expand that at all, but the rest of us going to be in that level 1 out of 5 risk for more severe weather. So really just a rinse and repeat forecast from what we saw today as we go into tomorrow. And we've already got a severe thunderstorm watch like we were talking about from San Angelo down to the southwest towards the Big Bend. Already some severe thunderstorm warnings going off. As we zoom into our San Angelo radar, you can see where those storms are really just to the southwest of Fort Stockton, also right there on the Big Bend as well. Some hail and high winds already going off to the region. These are going to make their way into the Concho Valley as we go through the evening hours and into the overnight hours. Here's a look at that Futurecast. You can see especially by about 9 to 10 p.m. those storms really already working into Crockett County and some of our western counties. By about 11 to midnight, that's where I expect them to start making their way further into San Angelo. We'll see if the models are on perfect timing or if maybe just give or take an hour with this, but quickly through the overnight hours, going to be working out of the region finally. And then as we go into tomorrow, like I said, another round on the way. Some of these discrete cells trying to pop up with plenty of purple, so more hail potentially on the way. Want to be able to protect those cars and stay in your safe places, hopefully be off the roadways as well as these work through. And going to be the same story by about midnight, maybe just a little bit earlier than what we see tonight, working out of the region, and should be good as we go into the overnight hours. So for tonight, on the lookout for those storms like I was talking about. 62 degrees is what we're looking at for overnight lows. Winds out of the east, pretty calm, 5 to 10 miles an hour. That holds true into tomorrow as well. Still seeing that 30% chance of rain tomorrow, 85 degrees. And like I said, storms likely going to be building in as we go into the overnight hours and evening hours. So once again, if you need to know where to go for some information, follow us on KSAN News Facebook as well as Twitter, or my own personal meteorologist Stephen Jones Facebook page, as well as on Twitter. There's Stephen Jones Wicks on Twitter, but ConchoValleyHomepage.com also going to be a good resource for you. So want to have multiple ways to get those weather warnings as we go through the next few days. And as we go through that 7-day forecast, you can see rain chances finally starting to slim down there as we go into the weekend. Those 90s return as we head into June 1st, and going into the first week of June, still holding some slim rain chances, but the temperature is going to go up to the mid-90s while overnight lows hold in those